Early roots. From Little Bimbo to Rastafari voice. Born Garnett Damien Smith on the 2nd of April 1966 in Manchester, Jamaica, he was raised in a musical household, deeply embedded in the island's sound system culture, especially through his father's involvement. Young Garnett sang in church, and by age 12, had joined the Soul Remembrance sound system under the name Little Bimbo, captivating local crowds with soulful toasting and charisma. He later performed with Pepper's Disco, Stereophonic, and Destiny International, the last introducing him to fellow Manchester native and eventual spiritual mentor Tony Rebel. Through rebel and dub poet Yossa Safari, Garnett converted to Rastafari, embracing spiritually conscious lyrics and rejecting the dancehall norm. He gradually abandoned DJing in favor of singing, a transformation encouraged by veteran reggae star Derrick Morgan, and adopted his own voice as Garnett Silk, a tribute to the velvety smoothness of his tenor tone. Emergence as a singer 1988-1991. Recording under Steely and Clevey from 1990, he produced early versions of tracks like We Can Be Together with Chevelle Franklin, but most remained shelved. Frustrated, he returned home to sharpen his songwriting with Anthony Fire Rochester, before reconnecting with Courtney Cole Roof International. At Cole's Archo Rio studio, Garnett Silk recorded early hits like Mama, Seven Spanish Angels, and a stirring cover of Johnny Nash's I Can See Clearly Now, which set the stage for his breakthrough compilation, Nothing Can Divide Us. In 1991, he issued his debut single Problem Everywhere, signaling his arrival as a serious vocalist after years of toasted performance. Ascent to stardom. Building Legacy 199 to 1993, Garnett's seminal album It's Growing dropped in late 1992 under VP Records, blending passionate melodies, cultural commentary, and spiritual reflection, with tracks like Mama, Splashing Dashing, and his anthem Hello Mama Africa, produced by Bayo Bell. The album became one of Jamaica's best-selling releases of the era and marked his rise as an international reggae star. He collaborated across Jamaica's top producers Bobby Digital, King Jammy, Sly and Robbie, Jack Scorpio, crafting resonant tracks such as Zion in a Vision, Fill Us Up With Your Mercy, and Thank You Jah. His version of Lord Watch Over Our Shoulders became the title track of a 1994 Greensleeves compilation, symbolizing both reverence and widespread acclaim. A grueling schedule of international tour culminated in a collapse due to exhaustion in New York 1993, leading to a 6-month recuperation period. During this break, the UK-bound Gold compilation was released, sustaining his momentum abroad.
Return and Radical Impact 1994. Fully recovered, Silk re-entered the studio and scene in 1994. He again collaborated with Steely and Clevey to produce Love Is the Answer, then recorded Fight Back with Richie Stephens, reigning as Jamaica's No. 1 single at the time of his death. He headlined major festivals, notably Reggae Sumfest and Reggae Sunsplash 1994, where electrifying live performance captured the audience's hearts and led to the release of Live at Reggae Sunsplash 1994 in 1999 with his band Jah Postles. Final sessions and tragic demise. In late 1994, Silk signed an Atlantic Records international deal and began recording his second studio album at Tuff Gong with top Jamaican session talent, including Sly and Robbie, Chinna Smith, Tyrone Downey, and Sticky Thompson. 10 tracks were completed before his life, and that of his mother was tragically cut short on the 9th of December 1994 in a house fire in Mandeville. A firearm accident ignited propane, and although he escaped, Silk heroically re-entered to rescue his sleeping mother and was overtaken by flames. Posthumous releases and enduring legacy. Although gone, his music lived on through compilations like Nothing Can Divide Us, Silky Mood, Journey, Reggae Max, and Kilimanjaro Remembers, among others. His final recorded sessions were immortalized in the double CD The Definitive Collection 2000 courtesy of Atlantic Records, featuring studio collaborations with Jamaica's finest musicians. Influential reggae artists such as Anthony B have since honored Silk's legacy, calling him a foundational pioneer who re-inspired conscious, Rastafari-rooted reggae during a time dominated by dancehall rhetoric and urging modern generations to cherish his message of love and spiritual strength. His son Garnett Silk Jr. emerged as a musician, and his nephew Anthony Cruz released a tribute album in 2013 featuring covers of Silk's signature songs. Silk's impact is palpable decades after his death, as his music continues to be broadcast, sampled, and revered worldwide. Themes and influence, the voice that reverberates. Cultural revivalist, Silk ushered in a roots reggae renaissance in the early 90s, steering the genre back to spiritual consciousness and social upliftment. Spiritual vanguard. His Rastafari-based lyrics wielded hope and uplift, resonating deeply with marginalized urban and rural communities. Musical versatility. From heartfelt cover versions to dub-plate exclusives and romantic ballads, his dynamic emotive range made him stand out. Humanitarian ethos, his final act returning into danger to save his mother underscored a heartfelt devotion to family and moral integrity.
Notable tracks and albums. It's Growing 1992, Jamaica's best-selling album of the year. Gold 1993, UK Hits Compilation. Love is the Answer 1994, cultural classic. Nothing Can Divide Us, Lord Watch Over Our Shoulders 199495, pivotal compilation works. Hello Mama Africa, Zion in a Vision, Fight Back, iconic tracks embodying his lyric. Final Reflections, Garnett Silk's life embodied hope, spiritual resonance, and artistic brilliance, strumming the flamboyant distractions of dancehall to showcase reggae's ancestral roots and uplifting ethos. His untimely departure, age 28, deprived the world of an evolving genius, yet his lyrics continue to inspire regeneration in new artists and rebuild faith in music's capacity to heal. His spiritual currents flow through the voices of contemporary roots artists and remain a guiding light for those seeking music with meaning.